What's going on, guys? Troubles in on back with a brand new video today. Today we are going to head into the old jail here at the St. Augustine, Florida. I gotta wait for you to check it out. This is the old jail in St. Augustine, Florida.
What's that? Jasper the Ghost. I already don't like it. It's my job to guide y'all through this jail so that you make it safely out on the other side. I'm not very good at my job though, so that probably won't happen. But what I can tell you though is why this jail is such a strange color. See, the year 1888, a man by the name of Henry Flagler. You know who Henry Flagler is? Well, you want to say yes, otherwise I have like 4 hours to talk about. So do you know who that is?
Yes.
Smart man right there. I'll give you a heads up though. Second richest man in the entire world. When he rode the railroad down here from exotic Jacksonville, Florida, he started building all kinds of things, including the beautiful Continental Hotel. Now us inmates, we love that. See, he made the mistake of building it right across the street from our original location when we were downtown. We had a whole lot of fun harassing all those rich people. You ever harass a rich person before? You called him that for a second. I like that. See, the rich people didn't like it. They complained to Flagler, who then went to the county office. He demanded that they move to jail. And they told him that's ridiculous. Then he pulled out $10,000. Told him it's not that ridiculous. It took him 3 years to move this jail. But in those 3 years, he did have two stipulations. Stipulation number one, it had to be moved at least 1 mile outside of town to this exact spot here. Easy enough. That second stipulation, that was the biggest one. He didn't want it to look like a jail anymore. So they made it pretty. They made it pink. The problem is they did too good of a job. See, tourists would get off the railroad and they'd see it. They don't think it's a jail, which is great. The problem is they now think it's a hotel. They'll walk up and pound on that big metal door looking for vacancy. I don't know about y'all, but I've never seen a hotel with a big metal door. But tourists aren't smart. Now waiting behind the big door though is a big man. That big man would be our sheriff, Joe Perry. He'd see all those tourists standing out there with their suitcases. Well, he'd just have a big laugh. He'd tell them that they're more than welcome to stay at this hotel. We don't do any short-term stays here, we do long-term. About 4 to 5 years. It took them a bit, but they did eventually catch on. Sometimes they drop their suitcases and make a run for it. Now, seeing as how y'all don't have any suitcases, no suitcases. That means you can't run. So I got to go over the rules and regulations. Sheriff Joe Perry says he doesn't want any more gang activity. So this gang will stay a few feet away from that gang, etc., 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 etc. Was that a gang handshake you just did? Definitely stay away from that gang. There's something going on. Now we also ask you, please don't touch anything on the inside. Now, ma'am, I'm sorry to disappoint you. That means you can't touch me either. Now this time I won't be taking y'all inside, but we can't go through that front door. Oh no. The front door is for the respectable folk. I mean, just look at her. Ma'am, I can see your ankles. Have you no shame? That's great, man. I like shave here. You keep that up. I haven't seen the ankle in a long time. I appreciate that. All right, now, if you could follow me. We're gonna.
Yeah, how many are we interested on?
Right now, already head count everybody.
This is amazing.
Yeah, right on that inside the way outside.
We didn't appreciate that as any man would. Right, sir? Good job. Right next. Problem is, though, Charlie goes too far. He ends up tracking the man down and then killing him. Well, in the state of Florida, if you kill someone, Florida kills you too. That's why Charlie ended up in that cell on the other. That is death row. And 30 days before he's set to be executed, Charlie has to come out here and build the gallows. That's right, he has to build the very device that will take his life. Yeah. It's considered a psychological execution as much as a physical. Now, the more they're going to hang Charlie, that's a bit of an issue. They could get Charlie to stand up. Maybe he was sick, maybe he was tired, maybe he was faking it. Don't really know. We do know that the sheriff did take over for an answer. He had his deputies pull Charlie out here, and they put a big piece of wood next to him. They strapped him to that wood. All of a sudden, Charlie could stand up. They put him on top, and they put the noose around his neck. They pulled the lever. Charlie came down. The problem was he didn't stop like he was supposed to. They didn't account for that combined weight of Charlie and that piece of wood together. The noose wasn't made to hold that much weight. snapped, almost immediately. The board hit the ground with so much force and pretty much exploded. Charlie shot through the air, landed almost exactly right where you're standing. Don't worry, he's not still there. Now the doctors run up and they check on Charlie. Sure enough, he's actually still alive. His neck is broken, of course, but he's still breathing for now. Now the sheriff isn't happy about this because the entire town is gathered around to see it. Kind of like y'all are doing right now. Y'all are all pretty messed up too. These are counselors, our sheriff. These are potential voters. He just looked really bad in front of them. Now usually if you survive a hanging, that should be what's called an act of God. You should be given to the church and you should be a free man. And our sheriff should respect him. Instead, he had his deputies go get another rope to make another noose. They're going to try and hang Charlie for a second time. But by the time they did return the noose, Charlie had already succumbed to his broken neck. He had passed away. First for the best. Now this time I will be taking y'all inside. First, I'm trying in case we decide to hang anyone.
Yep, he told us a story about the bad guy.
Here, one second. See the dog on the board? You know what that dog's name was? Lunch. Don't judge us. We get hungry here. Now there's another issue. They made it so that it basically lasts forever. It's hard as a rock. A kid in my lesson was, oh, it does not go bad at all. So we have a piece here that has been here for at least 8 years now, and this is all that's happened to it. It's been banged on the table enough, it eventually broke. 8 years this has been sitting here. You can still eat this. It doesn't taste good, but you can eat it. But that's not the point. It's not supposed to taste good. It's just supposed to preserve itself. But there is a special way to eat it. So you can bite into it right now. You seriously will chip a tooth. That's how hard it really truly is. What you do is you soak it in your coffee. You can do water as well, but coffee works a little bit better. Now, you ladies make about 600 to 700 cups of coffee every single day. Caffeinated prisoner is a hard-working prisoner after all. But you do have to make sure you make the hardtack. You put the tiny little holes in it. That's when we soak it in the coffee. It gets the middle fast. It helps break it apart. Problem is, we live in Florida. We got these little bugs called weevils. They like to live in little tiny holes. So that hardtack goes in your coffee, those weevils float to the top. You can pick them out if you want. I recommend you chug it down like it's a protein shake. Close thing to meat, you're getting it for a long time. You want a sip? You are very picky, you know that. Now it comes out to feeding us men, you ladies have 2 ways of delivering the food. The first of which is that rectangular hole in the wall back there. We call that, the bean hole. Yeah, we're really good at naming stuff here. Let's be a deputy, I'll decide to grab the plates. This means you ladies can't have any contact with us men whatsoever. We can't look at you and you can't look at us. Now that you probably want to look at it. Women have passed out and died in here from heat stroke. Oh yeah, it's awful. Keep in mind, you'll be barefoot too. That's concrete floor. Your feet are going to be burning up. Now you can't leave this room till your duties are done or you're dead. Now, those duties do include making food for the sheriff, his deputies, and of course, every single inmate. There's a lot of things. But our diet, so simple. For breakfast, we get grits. Any of you like to eat grits? Oh, your hand went up fast for that. Wow, you really. And by that I mean one size is going to fit all, one way or another. Now the men also get a ball and chain. Some of you already have one. I don't regret that joke at all. Let's see, you there. How much do you think that weighs just by looking at it?
100.
100, good guess. How about you? How much you think it weighs?
50.
50, okay. You, jailbird.
20 pounds.
20 pounds, okay. How about you? You're the size of a child, I'm going to ask you too.
35.
35, good guess. All right. You, sir?
40.
40, okay. How about you, son, being held up too? How about you? How much you think it weighs?
I think it's 5.
5, okay, good guess. I like that guess. I like that. I like that. How about you, son? How much do you think it weighs?
64.
64, very precise. I like that. Okay. So yeah, we'll do one more. How about you?
At least 5.
At least 5. Okay, all right. Oh, you piggybacked off of his. I like that. You know, these are great guesses, and I mean that. I'm being serious. These are honestly fantastic guesses. I can't tell how many grown adults come in here and say 800 to 900 pounds. I don't think people know how gravity works. This here ball and chain weighs exactly 5 pounds. Congratulations! You just won 5 more years in jail, by the way. But it is actually real. You see, right now, it's just hollowed out. That's how the deputies carry it around. But once it's on our ankle, it's our job to unscrew this little cap. We then take a funnel, put it in there, fill it full of sand and water. That coin weighs anywhere from 60 to 70 pounds, give or take. Thing is, yeah, exactly. You were close too. Y'all both won. Look at that. Good job, Mama B. Yeah. But see, this is never done with you on our ankle. We're always chained up to at least 4 other men. You're just closer to 10 to 12 other men who may have a ball and chain on as well. That adds up. His image for his voters. That's why he puts out this Bible underneath a family photo. So people think he's a God-fearing family man, which he's not. But that is him. Second from the left is Joe Carey at 14 years old. Now he is sitting down in the photo. If he were to stand up, he'd be 6'1" at 14 years old. He's a very big boy. But how old are you? How tall are you?
Almost 6'2".
I mean, this is kind of like, there you go. That's a good example, right? There you go. Yeah, perfect. There you go. Now, this is his father right here, Baptist minister. We estimate he stands about 6'4". Mother in the background, 5'8". 3 sisters, and a little brother grows up to be 6'5". Joe Perry himself grows up to be 6'6", 350 pounds. The average height for a grown man back then, 5'4" to 5'5" at best. That man's big now. He was a giant then. That's why he got away with so much stuff. He threw his weight around, literally. But he also flaunted how much money he made. He'd buy very expensive things, like, well, that right there. On that little table is a fingerprinting kit. It's the first one in the state of Florida. Came all the way from Scotland Yard. Yeah, the floor is very loud. You're right. You know what's really neat? That fingerprinting kit? First one in the state of Florida, came all the way from Scotland Yard. Pretty crazy, right? He thought so. He spent a whole lot of money. As far as I know, the first one ever made it was just before he got to the gates up there. He made it that far, and then he was shot in the leg by a deputy on top. Now, they were always trying to shoot the legs so they don't die.
This is amazing, you guys.
Any other questions you guys want to take up? I'll answer the question. Are you going to need to take after me? Well, guys, my name's Jess. You guys come over on the outside. How about show me some money?
Here are some guns used in some crimes. This is amazing, you guys. Look at this. This is confiscated from prison. Look at this. Guns used in crimes. And more guns used in crime. So this is an actually awesome jail cell. There's the gallows out there. Here's some photos for you.
Let's go with your mom.
Nope.
Stop it.
This is amazing. Literally, this is where they would sit and sleep.
Who wants to get locked up in a cage?
What?
Check this out, you guys. This is awesome. I actually did something like this when I went to Colorado a while back. It was before I started YouTube. So this is actually pretty cool, capturing this on video for you guys. Look at this. Wow. This is absolutely amazing. This is death row. Wow. Yeah.
20 people in there, dude.
This is a real jail, you guys. It's not active, but it's a real jail.
Yeah, we definitely don't have that. How about you, Bumblebee? What's your favorite food? Tacos?
So deputy stayed in here, the sheriff is over there.
Wow. This is where deputies and sheriffs stayed.
Hey, Dan, that's, you know what that is? I wouldn't touch that. That's a pea pot. Yeah, there's poop. You see what they put in it?
Let's see what's
You notice they don't
here.
have toilets. They have to be high and dry, and now you throw it outside.
Oh, look at
They don't have
this.
toilets.
Look
Yeah, throw it outside.
at that old typewriter right there. This is amazing, you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe button, and I will see you later. Until then, safe travels.